China's Premier Wen Jiabao has said EU calls for faster reform of China's currency policy are unfair. Wen said some countries were demanding the country's currency, the yuan, be allowed to rise while they engaged in trade protectionism. His words followed a 1.5-hour summit between China and the 27-member EU. The summit ended with a number of agreements on energy and environmental cooperation, but it failed to produce a breakthrough on issues such as trade disputes and arms embargoes. Wen said China would keep the yuan basically stable and carry out currency reform at its own gradual pace. Canadian Prime Minister Stephen Harper has started a 4-day visit to China today, hoping to improve political relations between the nations and boost trade. Harper's Conservative government has been more critical of the Chinese government over human rights and alleged spying than its predecessors. Spokesperson Dimitri Soudas said new global realities demand a modernised Canada-China relationship, although he added that the bilateral relationship would not be transformed overnight. Harper will visit Beijing, Shanghai and Hong Kong. Somali pirates have warned they will kill the crew of a Chinese-owned ship if China's navy tries to free it. One of the pirates holding 27 crew of the coal ship, the De Xin Hai, said they believed the People's Liberation Army Navy was planning a rescue mission. The De Xin Hai was sailing from South Africa to India when it was hijacked in mid-October. It's being held off Somalia's east coast. The De Xin Hai was the first mainland vessel seized since a 3-ship PLA Navy anti-piracy task force arrived off Africa in January. The De Xin Hai is one of 14 ships currently held by Somali pirates, some since April. A second round of trials involving organised crime has begun in the city of Chongqing. Leaders of 4 alleged gangs comprising dozens of members are being tried on charges including murder, illegal gun possession, racketeering and money laundering. An initial round of trials revealed collusion between gangsters and local officials. That resulted in sentences of up to 18 years being handed down. Separately, a Chongqing gang boss was executed last month after being convicted of heading a criminal organisation involved in drugs, illegal casinos and protection money. Up to 2,900 suspects, including 14 high-ranking government and police officials, have been detained in the crackdown. Police in southwestern China have captured a man suspected of murdering his parents and 4 other relatives after he escaped from a mental hospital. Chen Wenfa was caught in the mountainous region of Yunnan province, not far from the site of the killings. The 21-year-old is suspected of battering to death his parents, an aunt, uncle, grandmother and cousin. He was diagnosed with schizophrenia in August this year. 3,000 police officers had been involved in the search for Chen. The tragedy comes just 3 days after police in southern China captured a man suspected of hacking to death his parents, wife, sons and sister in Beijing earlier this month. Activists angry over AIDS infections caused by tainted blood infusions held a protest at an official World AIDS Day event in Beijing yesterday. They were demanding more government recognition and help for their plight. The protesters, who wore face masks with the words "infected blood transfusions causes AIDS," climbed onto a stage set up by China's Red Cross at a Beijing railway station. The spread of HIV in China was helped by unsanitary blood plasma buying schemes and tainted transfusions in hospitals. The official event was organised by China's Red Cross and targeted migrant workers. It was part of a campaign aimed at highlighting AIDS prevention and reducing stigma. Now, a gay bar in the southern city of Dali postponed its scheduled opening yesterday on World AIDS Day. Dr. Jian Tianbo, founder of Dali HIV/AIDS Healthcare Promotion Association, said the delay was due to huge media attention and social pressure. He explains the media presence had scared off volunteer bar workers who did not want their identities exposed. However, Jiang said that when the media frenzy dies down, the bar would definitely open. Media reports said that Dali Health Bureau had given 120,000 yuan, or around $18,000, to Jiang's NGO for HIV/AIDS prevention work, with half of the amount earmarked for the bar. China's health ministry had reported that sex between men now accounts for 32% of new HIV infections on the mainland. And that's the BON headlines for now, but we'll be back with more news after this.